What up, y'all? This is Irvin the Barber, and I'm about to do a waivers cut number 2 with the grain. Okay, I start off with a number 2 with the grain. And I'm cutting. As I cut, I'm just cutting the bulk down, getting it down to level. Everything is even and just going with the flow. I'm just putting some initial products in his hair just to lay the hair down to make it look nice, to make it look smooth and easy. Like, to all my new barbers, this is like a tip that will help you out get more money, more revenue, because when you show a level of dedication when it comes to waivers haircuts, they always look out for that. They always appreciate that, so they'll come back to you more. See, hair cutting is more than just cutting hair. You have to do something outside the box sometimes, or something that's more than what you're supposed to, in order to make a haircut look good and make it look clean and make it look fresh. Because me, when I cut people, I usually cut them so they could step out fresh out the chair and they go straight to the club, dinner event, wedding, whatever. That's just me. Now, after brushing and blow drying the hair, I'm just spraying some black ice on the lineup and brushing it down. This just holds the hair in place, so when I line it up, it'll be straight. Yeah, here goes me lining the front of the head up. If you notice, I start in the middle and I go towards the right, or my right, your right, whatever. It's, you know what I mean. I go towards the right. And the reason why I start in the middle is that I'm setting up the haircut. I'm setting up the lineup, actually, to basically straighten it out from the middle on. Because if you started from the right to the left, you're gonna have it slanted. And if you started from the left from the right, it'll be slanted too. It's always best to, when you're starting a lineup, to start from the middle and go from middle to right or middle to left, because that way you could assess the lineup after and see how you're gonna make it straight. Because you do not want to dig in somebody's lineup. You do not want to have a slanted lineup and then you have to go all the way up on the other side to dig into somebody's lineup to straighten it out. It's best if you start from the middle and go from middle to right or middle to left. This is me just lining up the hair. And as I'm lining it up, I set my first initial guideline so I could give him a ball taper because he wants a ball taper. With the Mythic, I go up 1/2 inch with the lever open, and I close the lever and I blend that line out. When you're doing tapers and fades, you always want to get the line out. Now I'm putting the zero guard on, and I'm tacking that bulk right there and blending it out. Just flicking the wrist and blending it out. And I also come down on the taper, because when you go, sometimes you don't have to keep on going up to blend the taper. You could come down with the clipper to make it pop and blend that taper out. And this wall detailer is just me doing detail work on the lineup. But if you can see, the taper's blended out. Now this is me going in with the razor and doing a razor lineup. I like to look at the lineups, finished products sometimes when I'm doing a haircut, just to see how everything looks, like the lineup, the taper, just to look at it from afar to see how it's coming. It's just me. I do the lineups like sometimes in between the haircuts, sometimes at the end. But I just like to, sometimes I do it in between just to look at the lineup to assess how the haircut's going. I know some of y'all wondering, why is he going over the lineup with the clippers if he just hit it with the razor? It's because there's times when the hairs hang over the lineup, which makes the lineup look crooked. So I always go, I don't push back. I don't push back. I just go over the lineup to cut the hairs that's hanging over that makes the lineup crooked. That's it. You don't have to push back the lineup. All you're doing is cutting the hairs that hang over the lineup. That's it. So now I'm doing the same thing like I did on the other side. Open the lever fully, go 1/2 inch, close the lever, attack that bottom line, blend that line out. Same steps. Whatever you do on one side, you gotta do to another, obviously. Now this is me going in and doing the back taper. The back taper is funny sometimes because sometimes there be cowlicks in the back of the bottom of the neck. Sometimes the hair grows different from the way the hair's laying down. So you got to be able to assess the taper and go at it the way it's growing or going, just to get a blurry taper. Now this is me just lining up the beard with a razor. To all my new barbers, when you're using a razor, y'all don't have to go so hard. The razor's sharp enough. The weight of the razor itself, it will get you to cut the hair and line it up the way you want to. So I'm dry shaving. For new barbers, y'all could do a wet shave, like wet the skin before y'all do it. But when you dry shave, this is like, you gotta have some years in the game, or you gotta learn this like straight out the gate, and it's gonna take you a while before you can master it, because dry shaving is something that not a lot of people do. But just please, when y'all shaving, remember the razor is sharp as hell. Y'all don't have to dig into nobody's skin. The weight of the razor itself will cut the hair. So if you just pull the skin back and gently glide down, you'll be straight. This client said he wanted a 5 o'clock shadow, so I'm going in with my Wall Senior with an Andis Master blade open all the way. And I'm just shaving the beard down, giving him 5 o'clock shadow like he asked for, that's all. Now this just me blending the top of the beard into the ball taper, just so it could look clean and smooth. That's it. It's just a clean blend. Now this is me doing shear work on the head, just getting all the little strangly hairs that's hanging over, just cleaning, making the hair look more clean. And this is the final product, YouTube. Thank you for watching, for at least paying attention to the video. If you caught some lessons out of it, that's all I'm here for. Shout out to Kings Over Kings Music. They're the ones who did the production on the video. I have their IG name in the description below. And until next time, YouTube, peace.